Today is a New Year's Eve run. I'm going to be doing a negative split for 3 miles, so basically just getting progressively faster each time, and then at the last mile I want to be at my race pace. It's kind of like a little bit of a recovery. So since I last filmed was last Sunday, I've done I think like 4 or 5 runs. I'll throw them up on screen right now. My tempo run on Thursday went really well, hit my pace I wanted. I think it was like 6:56. I will say though, that run took a lot out of me. That also made me kind of realize I'm definitely not in as good shape, because I could not imagine doing that pace for, another couple miles. But we'll get there. We've got time to work through this and hopefully get faster and make that heart rate better, because I was pumping, man. Like it was an intense run. But then Sunday, just 2 days ago, got that run done as well, and that was one of those days where like didn't feel motivated to run at all. It was rainy and like mid 30s, like 40 degrees or something, and that is like the benefit of having a plan. Having my half marathon plan, and I put it on my calendar, sync the two together. It makes it so even on days when I'm not feeling motivated to run, I just go out and get it done. And then like Sunday, it honestly was a really, really good run. Once I got into it, I felt really good and strong. Ended up doing like a little bit over 5 miles at a 7:30 pace or whatever. Was really happy with that and how things progressed during that run. So after Sunday's run yesterday, on Monday, I had an off day from running, but I did train weights. So I just did some back exercises, pull-ups, and some rows. Then for my chest and shoulders, I did dumbbell presses, and then for shoulders I did lateral raises, and then I hit arms too, so I did just a triceps exercise and a biceps exercise. So I'm trying to do weights 3 times a week, try to keep on top and maintain some of the muscle mass I built up over the past couple years. But back to today, we're just going to get our negative split run done, 3 miles, and I'll check back in with you guys when I'm done. Back in the car because I forgot my wind muff, so the audio would be awful if I was outside still. But negative split done. I'll throw the times up on screen. I know I didn't get it exactly like I wanted to. I was trying to do 8 minutes for the first mile, 7:30 for the second one, and 7 minutes for the last mile. It's hard with the Nike app. It like doesn't keep great track of my current pace. It like jumps around a lot, so I'm not exactly sure where I am at all times. But I try to keep it as close as I can. All in all, a pretty good run. Temperature was good. Wasn't too wet out, even though it rained the past like 2 days. But yeah, so that is New Year's Eve run. This is the beginning of week 4 of training. Tomorrow's an off day. Probably do some abs or just like light body weight exercises. Then back to a tempo run on Thursday. But overall, things are progressing well. And one thing that I was thinking of, during the run today was just like, how like New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, it's like it's this beginning of things. But imagine if I hadn't started, this marathon training, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was now just getting started. I would already be 3 weeks behind. So, I know New Year's Day is like a convenient day to, start new things, but I think we also need to keep in mind that, it doesn't have to be on the new year. You can start it whenever, maybe 3 weeks after January 1st, you want to go sign up for and learn how to paint or something. Just go do it. It doesn't have to be some big goal all the time. It could just be something that pops up and you're like, hey, I want to do this. Here's what I need to do it. So I'm just going to start it. You don't have to have a convenient day or wait. Just start. I think that is the most important part and what I'm trying to get through. But overall, hope you all have had a good holiday. Hope you guys have a great New Year's Eve and New Year's, and full forward into 2020. Can't wait to see how I progress as I go forward. I know I've got a lot of work to do to try to get down to 7-minute mile for 13.1 miles. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. I'll catch you all in 2020. Peace.